Good morning. Here we are in beautiful Grinshill. So central Shropshire, just north of Shrewsbury, not far from where I live. It's a beautiful mix of mud and snow today. I'll watch my footing while I'm trying to learn how to do this walk and talk thing. I haven't got one of these fancy, GoPro sticks or anything like that. I'm just holding my phone out like an amateur who hasn't got much gear. But that's fine. Just learning the ropes as we go. Yeah, so we're heading up to the top. It's not a long walk. You know, you struggle to make an hour and a half out of it really, even if you do all of the little extensions. But that's fine. So, aim of the game today, a little bit more talking. Hi, I'm Dan. Alright, that bit's done. And make our way up to the top and get a bit more creative with our drone photography. Yeah, see what we can do with this this Mini 3. Okay, well, as you can see, plenty of snow on the ground and mud underfoot. Beautiful. Alright, see you at the top. Expelliarmus. Oh, look at this. Straight out of a storybook. There's little cabin windows and the dawn is there. Oh, beautiful. This is our turn off. Grinshill Local Nature Reserve, part of the Sandsaw Estates. Keep dogs on a lead. Oh, well, might not be alright. I remember coming walking up here with my mum when I was a moody teenager. I remember thinking back then, you had some, I suppose you call them LARPers now, with all your medieval kit. Easily come up here and, you know, film like a Lord of the Rings high fantasy kind of shindig. It's like the road's less than a quarter of a mile that way. You can't hear any cars. It's just peaceful, kind of unspoilt to a degree if you look in the right direction. Yeah. I never thought back then that people would look like this sort of thing as entertainment. Just people going for a walk with their dog. But, hey, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I got into this because I watched lots of similar channels on YouTube, you know, like wondering where, and love Adam's videos, shout out to you. Wild bear, there's tons of them out there. I like Bjorn from, I think he is from Norway. I do quite a good impression of his voice, I think. You know, he gets a little bit political for me, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to make anybody feel left out. I just want to promote getting out in the countryside, you know. Alright, that's enough for me. Charlie, I'd rather look at you. Charlie, do you like walks? And do you also like treats? Oh, I like sticks, thanks, Dan. Let's go. And here we are, maybe 25 minutes in the car at the glorious summit. And in my humble opinion, one of the best views of the Shropshire Plains. It's an RAF training ground, so we have these helicopters just zooming around all over the shop. All times, day or night. Right. Time for a swift coffee, and we'll get the drone in the air and see what we can see. So, why am I doing this? It's a good enough question, isn't it? It's a bit of a strange thing to do, to go wandering in the countryside for peace and quiet and then put a noisy drone up in the air and talk to yourself on your phone. I'm not entirely sure. I've spent more hours over the last year watching videos like this than probably any other of my pastimes. So I guess I felt like I needed to chip in, or at least have a go at it. Over the last year, I've climbed most of the big ones in the UK. I say climbed, I've shambled up them. A little bit of scrambling. We did Ben Nevis last year, Snowdon and Scafell Pike this year, Penny Van Ender last year. And besides a few photos, I've got nothing to really remind myself of what those days were like. So I treated myself to this drone and thought, I'll start doing some videos. And I've just got a load of videos. And what do you do with them? So I decided I'd learn to edit. And then we're halfway to something we can put on YouTube, aren't we? So I'm not here to sell camping gear. And although that might happen. I'd love to say something noble, like I'm here to promote men's mental health by getting out into the countryside. Sounds noble, but it wouldn't exactly be true. It does a load of good for my mental health being out here, rather than being sat in front of a screen or, breathing air-conditioned air all day long. But it's not the same for everyone. I would lose my mind if I couldn't do stuff like this. And I'd suggest to anybody that doesn't do this sort of thing, get in the car, go for a walk, challenge yourself. I've seen a lot of people that I cared a lot about, older people that have, given up on anything resembling exercise and what that does to their health. And I think they're in the mindset that exercise means cramming yourself in a gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 or 4 times a week, doing reps. It doesn't need to be. Just get your heart going, get the blood going in your veins, get some fresh air in your lungs. Honestly, it makes all the difference. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be the beginning of some lovely new things. We're going to put some more adventures together, some more interesting places, maybe a return to Ben Nevis, a return to Snowdon, a return to Scafell Pike, because I'll be honest, I didn't see anything apart from mist and my feet on Scafell Pike. And Ben Nevis was a lot like that too. There was some visibility in the morning, but nothing at all at the summit. It was -2 up there. Quite a few people had come in shorts and t-shirts, which was entertaining because their legs looked like a similar colour of red to a lobster. The overconfidence gets the better of all of us sometimes, doesn't it? So yeah, stay tuned. Anything that you would like to see covered in these videos, feel free to let me know. Alright, time the dogs and I made our way back down to the car. Well, they've already gone. Coffee. I'm thinking, maybe not in the snow, because I'd have never done it before. But I'd like to try wild camping. I've camped in lots of campsites. I've slept in the backs of lots of cars. But I never bought a tent out somewhere like this with just, the water you've got with you and the snacks you've got with you and just spent the night. don't think anybody would be too bothered if you did that here, would they? I think we'd be alright. Maybe not both dogs. Maybe just one that I could use as like a hot water bottle. See, they are good for you. It's good to have a dog in your life. Saves on the heating bill, saves on the therapy bill. What do you reckon? If we bought a tarp, a bit of fire lighting material, we might be able to get a bit of shelter here for a night. Crazy thing is, people used to live in these, and not even that long ago someone had kindly put together a sign of the last family that lived here. It's a bit faded now. I reckon the turn of the 18th to the 19th century, perhaps. See the remains of their homes here. This would have been the footpath up the hill into their gardening lot. Here they are, look, working in their garden. Stop shagging my leg! Alright, we're on the return to the car park, so we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time. I mean, I'll be straight about it. I've got 2 subscribers at the moment. One of them's my mother, the other one's my girlfriend. I think my stepson might subscribe one day if I pressure him enough. It'll be very exciting when I get a subscriber that I don't know or isn't part of my immediate family. Yeah, it's been a good one. We're going to go home now. Have a nice hot cup of tea. And get this footage on the computer and start chopping it up. See what we can do with it. Alright, take care of yourselves. Keep getting out there when you can. And the dogs and I will see you next time. Bye.